What happens when Black folks move into the suburbs and suddenly become the main attraction in the Nextdoor app?
It could all be so simple, but y'all gotta make it so complex.
Simple complexities. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about passive-aggressive neighbor behavior and why some Karens need a hobby. Welcome to Simple Complexities, my little space on the internet that helps break down the complexities of life in the easiest way possible. I'm your host, Alley Cat, and we're just going to get right into it. Today's episode is called Welcome to the Neighborhood, I guess. I found this story and I wanted to share it because it struck a nerve with me, and it's really happening more and more every day, and I'm about sick of it. It reads, I moved into a quiet, mostly white neighborhood just a week ago. On the surface, everything looked peaceful, clean streets, manicured lawns, people waving with stiff smiles. I thought I had found somewhere safe, somewhere calm. But the welcome I expected never came. On the very first day, while I was unloading boxes from the moving truck, my next door neighbor stepped out. She didn't greet me. No hello, no welcome. Instead, she asked how long I'd be making noise because her husband was trying to nap. I told her politely that I was moving as quickly as possible. She just rolled her eyes and muttered something under her breath, loud enough for me to hear her say, figures. Then she turned around and slammed the door. Now, first of all, the least you could have done is greeted your new neighbor. And why are you rolling your eyes and getting all this person was trying to do was unload the moving truck. I don't understand what the issue is. It's a moving truck. It's a new neighbor. You say hello, you greet them. Like, I don't get what the big deal is. And then for you to sit there and say figures, like, what is that supposed to mean? And then you slam the door at that. That's rude. The story goes on and says, a few days later, she returned. This time, it was about my lawn. I hadn't even fully unpacked, but she told me it should be trimmed a certain way because people notice things here. Then she added, we like to keep the neighborhood looking clean. And the way she said clean stuck with me. Her tone wasn't about landscaping, it was about me. Then came the parking drama. So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that this person, your new neighbor, isn't clean? Like, the person literally just moved in. And why are you talking about the lawn already? Like, do you have an HOA letter? Like, seriously, like, come on now. Come on, Karen. Because, like, you're reaching here. And it's only been a few days. Like, I'm guessing it's probably been 2 or 3 days. Like, it takes people a week to unpack most of the time. And you talking about mowing a lawn? Okay. All right. You're doing too much, Karen. Continuing, she says, I parked in front of my own house legally. Not in front of hers, not blocking anyone. The next morning, I found a note on my windshield, and it read, you're parked too close to my house. There are other spots. You're too close. You lose if you try me. Wait a minute. That sounds like a threat. So continuing, it says, since then, she called the police on me twice. Wow, this is ridiculous. Both times they came, looked at the situation, and left because I wasn't doing anything wrong. Okay, lady, you're calling the cops because of a parking issue? You have got to be, because the neighbor parked too close to your car? This kind of makes me angry because why would you call the police because of this? Like, knowing, all the police drama that's been going on the past couple of years, especially with our race. Like, come on. Like, that's just too much and so disrespectful on all levels. Like, and I'm glad that the police in this neighborhood, they left, peacefully and didn't try to start anything, because that could have went a whole other way, and thank God it didn't. Continue on. It says, still, every time I walk outside, I feel her watching me, whispering to the neighbors. One day I walked by and overheard her tell someone, I don't know why they keep moving in. They don't belong here. Okay, clearly this lady is racist. I mean, if we didn't know it now, we know. It says when she saw me looking, she didn't flinch. Just said, oh, I didn't mean you. You people are just so sensitive. You people? You people? Lady, seriously, you know, it hurts my feelings because I don't know who this storyteller is. I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but I feel for them that they're going through this, because it's like you think you're moving into a decent neighborhood, and then you get hit with this. Like, I remember when one thing my grandma always taught me was, like, you know, before moving in or buying a house, like, really, really get to know the neighborhood. Go different times of the day, you know, maybe take a jog around, you know, the neighborhood just to see what, like, the neighbors actually look like or how they act, because you just don't ever want to get stuck into a bad situation. And unfortunately for this storyteller, like, they're living in a racist neighborhood, and it just sucks. I feel so bad for this person. Continue on. It says, then last night it went further. I was taking out the trash when I caught her staring. I said, have a good night. She looked me dead in the eye and said, don't get too comfortable here. You people never do. This isn't the hood. Then she walked inside. Woo, Jesus. I'm just glad this is not me, because God is definitely not through with me yet. And I have a really bad temper, so I can go from 0 to 100 really, really quickly. This person, whoever this person is, I commend you, because you are handling this so gracefully. Because I probably wouldn't have been able to write this story. I probably would have been locked up somewhere. Not even gonna hold you. The storyteller continues. It says, I just stood there for a while, trash bag in hand, heart pounding. I understand, because I'd be right there with you. This isn't about grass or noise or parking. It's about control. Yes, control and racism. About how some people believe certain neighborhoods should stay a certain way, and people like me, we don't fit that image. I've been quiet, respectful, patient, but the more I experience, the clearer it becomes. This isn't passive, it's intentional. And I'm speaking up now because I know I'm not the only one who's gone through this. If you know, you know. And it's so sad, because a lot of us do know. A lot of us have been, you know, put in these situations, and we don't talk about it enough. Like, we really don't. I feel like there should be some type of therapy post so that we can all share stories. Like, real, like, my listeners, all my listeners, have you ever been in any of these, like, culture shock, like, neighborhood moments? You know, have you gone through something like this where you lived or where you're currently living? I really want to know. I want to hear more of these stories, because I feel like we don't talk about it enough, and we need to be more supportive to each other if we are in these situations. DM me, you know, follow me at Lady A Real One. Call me, leave me a voicemail, text me at 929-399-4232, because I really want to hear, you know, what's going on. Like, this story, like, it really, really touched me, because I felt really, really bad for this person, and how this neighbor has been treating them. Like, it's horrible and deplorable. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like nowadays we got to have our ultimate survival guide just for living in a neighborhood somewhere, you know, like, you know, mastering the art of small talk, or just don't have small talk with people at all, because you get met with somebody who's just rude and will just, you know, verbally abuse you. And it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I said, feel free to call me, text me, DM me, because I want to hear from you. Comment below with how you're feeling about this story. And like I said, any other culture shock neighborhood moments that you guys are dealing with. I want to hear from you all, you know. So until next time, keep your neighbors close and your privacy fence even higher. I want to thank you all for listening, because these are just some of the simple but yet complex things that I saw on the net and I wanted to share. What are some of your simple complexities? I want you to think about it and get back with me. Chat next time.